Welcome to More to Know on Daily Ad Brief. I'm your host, Kent Lewis. Joining us today from Texas is Peter Levitan with Peter Levitan Company. Welcome to the show, Peter.
Howdy. How's that sound?
That sounds great. You know, we go way back, just so the listeners know, 15 plus years. But in 30 seconds, which is nearly impossible, can you tell us just a little bit about yourself and your journey through the wild world of advertising and marketing?
Quickie. I worked at Saatchi & Saatchi for 16 years in New York, London, opened an office in Minneapolis. I ran business development in North America and Europe. I woke up to the internet one day in 95 and had 2 internet startups, so I'm a digital baby. I was fortunate to sell the technology of one of those companies to Microsoft. I then said, I got to get out of New York, took the kids and the family to Bend, Oregon, and then to Portland, Oregon. And then I'm a very fortunate guy. I sold my agency, thank God, and have been a consultant in the agency industry for the past few years. I get to live in Mexico. I get to do whatever I want. Thank you.
That's fantastic. Now you have there's something behind you to your right to us. It says, buy this book, win more pitches. You wrote that book. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, that was a book I wrote a few years ago about pitching, and I'm happy to say it's such bullshit, a bestseller. It's a bestseller in the pitching advertising agency category. The good news is I'm rewriting the book because, of course, today we have virtual pitching. So while 90% of the book I've already written makes sense for anybody, and frankly, any presentation, given the world of virtual pitching, I had to update the book. At the same time, I'm writing the only book you will ever need on agency management. So I've turned into a mega writer in the past couple of months, and probably for the next 2 months. Buy this book, win more pitches. That's my promise.
Nice. Well, I hope that Tom Peters doesn't feel threatened by your prolificness. Now, you've been in the game a while, and you, as a consultant, one way that I've seen that you've been effective in staying relevant is by sort of keeping an eye on what the trends are and more or less trying or not trying to predict the future. Tell us your thoughts on, can you stay up on the future trends? Can you anticipate them? And if so, how do you go about that?
Well, I think you can stay ahead or try to stay ahead, but let me give you two events that happened in our lifetime that will prove that you cannot stay ahead of events or predict the future. Nobody knew 9/11 was going to happen, certainly not on the 10th. So that was an event that completely changed our lives. You could not predict that. And within the past couple of years, we've had COVID. And again, in December of 2019, you could not have predicted COVID or all of the changes that it has made to the marketing universe. So those are my examples of it's almost impossible to at least to predict the macro future. Those are major events, but you can start to think about what's coming. And one of my great tools, or 2 tools that are developed by Google, Google Trends and Google Alerts. So if you just get smart about thinking about what might be coming, let those tools help you.
That's a phenomenal take on that. And what is your, if you had to make one quick prediction right now that can't be predicted, but is there anything that you think is hot people should be apprised of right now?
Well, I think if you're a digital agency, you really have to get clear about what you're going to do with the issue of data privacy. And we're certainly seeing that in respect to cookies and how cookies are being used. And so I would tell any American marketer to really stare at what's going on in Europe, because they are way ahead of the curve in terms of privacy.
That's fantastic. Well, I appreciate that. Is there any parting advice you would have to us agency owners or former owners or executives about in terms of running agency beyond the digital privacy, a tip or trick to leave us with?
Well, you know this word. I use the word being unignorable. There are easily 4,000 marketing options for any client, and it's absurd. And as we all know, agencies sound alike. To say you're a digital agency today is who isn't? So I just say use the litmus test of asking yourself, am I unignorable? Because the opposite, of course, is you're ignorable.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Peter. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have today, but we appreciate you sharing your insights with us and with our listeners. To find out more about this episode's guest and topic, please visit us at dailyadbrief.com. We'll hope you join us next time on More to Know.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.